Good morning and welcome to episode 1713 of 1731.
Yeah, whoa, you're trying to go back
I have
in
no
time.
idea. I have no
31, baby.
31, 1731 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, June 13th. That's probably why I fucked that up, because it's Friday the 13th, 2025. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor, which you might. So check it out over there. You know, get it over there.
Oh, you might want to tune into this week's Hive Hour. It was fun.
You
Give
guys
us
had a lot of fun.
Give us a tease.
Well, we're deciding on whether to ruin someone's life or not.
That's right.
Is it someone we know?
Is
No.
it one of us? Okay.
No, it's an internet troll.
It was a story about vengeance.
A
sounds
vengeance
good.
ruiner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting
Let's
tale.
just say that the bombs are armed.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Finger on the
Wes
trigger.
and I might turn the keys at the same time. We don't know.
We
Holy
tried to turn the
shit.
keys today, but it
On the
wasn't
show?
meant- it wasn't
What
meant to
stopped?
be.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. All right.
Fate stepped in.
Fate stepped in today, but Fate might not step in next time.
Well, that's a hell of a show
Wow.
tease if I've ever heard one. So
Yeah.
that's
That's how
that.
it's
That
done.
can all you can all hear that on the Hive
Yeah.
Hour at patreon.com/Hard Factor. Okay, to get the details. We're not going to give them out here. You have to sign up and get the Hive Hour. Today on this podcast, Mark is up first. Mark, what do you got?
Well, trivia this Friday, patreon.com/Hard
That's
Factor.
true.
Join us for trivia, or not this Friday, as in like
Friday.
today, but like
As in
next
next
Friday.
Friday.
Not like today, next Friday, 13th,
Yeah.
Friday 13th. Scary. I'm going to talk about some plane crash things.
Trivia's on the 20th, though.
20th, yeah. For trivia's on the 20th, and a plane crashed on the 12th.
Oh,
It's a crazy story. I'm excited to hear about it. I just popped in on it lightly, and it seems pretty insane to me.
It's extremely insane. What happened on this, and what happened with one person. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to talk
Bad
about
one.
a U.S. senator was not arrested, but pretty much arrested during a press conference today in Los Angeles.
detained.
He was detained. He was cuffed up, but they let him go.
Did he? That's a detainment. Yeah. Did he do the succulent Chinese meal thing? That guy was the best detainee of all time.
It was a full-blown detainment, I'd say. Yeah. So we got the video. We're gonna talk
I've been
about
detained.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, who hasn't been detained? You know.
Yeah, it's not
Detained and
fun.
let go before.
They
Am I
detain
free to
you
go?
once in a while.
Am I still detained, sir?
that. That's what I say during sex.
Yeah,
I'm detained, and then I ask, "Am I free to go?"
yeah, exactly. It's like getting up from the dinner table.
We're free to go.
Yeah. So that's not gonna be fun. Let's move on to something else, right? What else do we have?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue the big box wholesale retailer discussion. For some reason, it's just in the news this week, so we're gonna go to the lowest of the low over to Sam's Club to see what's going on over there.
And you're,
Well,
you're having yourself a week over there, aren't you?
I
That's
am.
not the lowest of the low, because technically that's a fancy Walmart, right? So
It's the lowest of the low as far as wholesalers go. Will
BJ's is the lowest of the low.
I have
don't even know if
I've heard
ever,
of BJ's.
Yeah.
just
We've
because
talked
it
about
was-
BJ's on the show before, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
quick
You ever been to
pretend-
Oh,
Trent's?
that's right.
I've
No,
never
Pat did
been.
listen on BJ's one time.
Trent's is pretty bad. You ever been to Trent's?
Trent's.
That sounds worse than BJ's.
My
Trent's
buddy
ain't great.
Trent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
All right. Well, good. Maybe I can laugh at the Sam's Club people for once. You know, maybe I'll
you
get
can.
a
Mark.
laugh.
You're above.
Oh.
You're above them. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. So on Thursday there was some plane stuff. On Thursday, a JetBlue flight landing at Logan Airport in Boston from Chicago rolled off the runway and into the grass. So it's just like, whoa, overshot the runway, way past the runway into the grass.
Not too bad. Not
Not
great,
too bad.
but not too bad.
Yeah.
If you're on the plane, you're shitting a brick though.
Until you stop. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm always shitting a brick on a plane now.
Yeah.
Has this gotten to you? Like if you're sitting on the plane, you think
Dude,
about this stuff.
Willie, I used to fall asleep on a plane always, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it as much now because the last 4 or 5 times I've fallen asleep, I have a dream every time where the plane is crashing, and I
don't
wake
know
up
if
in
it
a
just
cold
says
sweat.
that I feel like I should feel that way, Pat, but I've been flying more recently, and maybe I'm dumb enough where I just don't care.
I only get scared at not scared, but like affected at the takeoff when it goes straight up in the air. I get like a little bit of vertigo now in my old age. Like I get dizzy for like 2 seconds.
A little vertigo. You know who?
Out
You know
of
who
the
just
turban walks on.
Oh, that upsets you.
There you go, Wes.
Yeah.
Wes just started the rehearsal earlier today.
Oh yeah, is it good? It's got
Oh,
good
my God.
reviews. Yeah.
It's good.
It's great. The first one almost made me cry.
Wait till you get to the last one. You'll be weeping.
He got in a little bit of trouble for one of his stunts on that, where he brought all the singers on, because like a lot of them, so like he made the pilots be judges to try to get them to work as a team, and the singers were real singers, aspiring singers, and they thought they were actually competing for a role on like an American Idol type show, and they got paid very little money, and a lot of them like sold their couches and like flew out and stuff.
Oh,
And
hilarious.
yeah,
He
he
was pretty
fucked
straight up.
over a lot of small
He
singers.
manipulates the shit out of people, that's for
He
sure.
was pretty straight up about what he was giving them, which was the chance to perform a song with a live band in a recreation of the Houston airport, and that's what he gave them.
But did yes, true. But did every single person make the cut on the TV show? Probably not. There's
one
hundreds.
person made the cut.
There's a show
Exactly.
based on this.
It's a show within a show. It's great. The rehearsal season 2 is fucking amazing.
The whole first
Brilliant.
episode is a big manipulation of multiple people.
Yeah,
I mean, all the show
Yeah,
is. The
that's
whole
what he does.
show is,
It
it's
sounds like the
amazing.
whole show, right? Yeah, it sounds like
But
the
he's
whole
brilliant.
show. It's a whole
Yeah.
premise.
Yeah, it's
he is
great.
good.
But it has to do with aviation safety.
What's his
back
name?
to Mark's
What's
story. Nathan Fielder.
Nathan Fielder, right. So yeah, no, I mean, like Pat said though, I think it would be, and Will said, I think it would be scary at first, but once you stop in the grass, kind of fun, like a photo opportunity. Maybe they pop out the slide, you get a photo.
Yeah,
in
the
the grass.
slide. I've always wanted
Yeah.
to go down the slide.
It'd be
Yeah,
cool to
that'd
go
be
down the slide. So it's not too
Yeah.
bad. They did have to shut down the runway for a couple hours when all those emergency vehicles went out there to make sure the
Couple
plane was going
hours.
to blow up. Yeah, they probably had to tow that big bitch. I don't know if they
But
could drive off the
You got to
grass.
slide down the slide, hopefully.
Yeah.
Right.
You might have
So
met
I would-
your partner too, right? Like that. If you're sitting next to a lady in a pretty stressful situation, like in Speed.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah, if you don't
odds.
freak out like a bitch.
Right. You're cool the whole time, and
You
then
wanna go
you have
down the
fun
slide
time on the
together?
slide. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Slide together.
Hold
'Cause
hands down the slide.
romantic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no injuries. Sadly, that's not the case for a much worse plane crash same day in India. An Air India flight headed to London on a Boeing 7878 Dreamliner crashed a minute after takeoff at an altitude of between 600 and 200 feet in the air. Woo! Crashed into a giant fireball, killing 241 people.
It's a packed plane. That's the
Jesus
craziest
Christ.
part. Yeah.
Mark,
The
did you
video is just
see?
an explosion.
Yeah, the video is just an explosion. But did you see the other video they posted where people on the plane were showing how nothing was working before takeoff? Like none of the
Apparently, the plane
electronics.
was,
It was-
unmaintained.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just a shit plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 13-year-old Boeing. It was like a 2013.
So it's a Boeing, but the thing
12.
is like Wes is saying, apparently the airline had just completely let this thing go to shit, and then
Yeah, they're still
it
investigating whether
obviously
it went full, if
exploded
it
in the air.
Boeinged, or if there was other issues with it, like yeah.
Oh,
The
it-
Dreamliner is the big
Probably
one that
combo,
has the
right?
the
Yeah.
center seats. The Dreamliner is like it's an international plane. It's
Well, this one has no seats.
yeah.
vaporized. Yeah. R.I.P. Very. I mean, super. That's insane.
It's insane. Air India said there were 169 Indians, 53 Brits, 7 Portuguese, and 1 Canadian on the flight. Part of the plane also fell off. This is insane as well. You might not know this part. Part of the plane fell on top of a dining facility at a medical college, killing 5 medical students and
What?
injuring 50 others. It landed
Killed
like,
people when it crashed.
it landed on a hospital.
Oh,
it-
good lord!
It landed on a fucking like hospital, a college like hospital type thing,
What a tragedy!
and it killed a bunch of people in the hospital.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awful.
Hot seat, Air India, and Boeing. Whoa,
Awful.
Whoa.
Now, I said there were 241 deaths. What if I were to tell you that the plane had 242 passengers on board?
I'd say, is this a viral marketing stunt for Final Destination?
Yeah. Well, one witness watching the plane crash said, it's Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass.
Because 27-year-old Vishwash Kumar, that's his 1st name was Vishwash Kumar
Yeah.
Ramesh. Can you pronounce that for me?
Vishwash Kumar Ramesh.
Yes, exactly. He survived. He walked away from the fucking plane crash that every single other passenger died horrifically on, with some minor cuts on his face.
He must have got like ejected out the window or some shit.
No. He did not. He said he heard a loud noise around 30 seconds after takeoff, about 30 seconds before the crash. He said it all happened so quickly. He received impact injuries to the chest, eyes, and feet. He was on the plane when it landed. And then he said, when he got up, there were bodies all around me. I was scared. I stood up and ran. There were pieces of the plane all around me. Someone who was still alive for the moment grabbed me and or I guess maybe not. Someone else, I guess, grabbed him and put him in an ambulance. He said the way he got out was he was near the exit row, on the exit row, and he jimmied open the exit door, survived the fucking impact, and got out before it completely exploded into a fireball.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he survived the impact. It was about to like completely explode in his area, and he opened the fucking emergency door and tumbled out of the plane and survived.
Whoa, what a beast.
Was he by himself? Was he traveling alone?
I saw his
Yeah,
family's,
dude.
like his brother's happy he's alive and stuff, but I think I couldn't find the article again. I've read like 6 articles. It was like an Instagram post. It said, but the family does mourn, and like ran out of information. So I don't know if they were mourning the other passengers or if he had.
Did he leave his family behind?
It didn't sound like he had his whole family with him from his interview. No.
He Costanza it.
Right. Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, it worked, dude. Everyone else
He got out.
died.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That is
Fucking
crazy.
insane, dude. It's
You
insane.
saw you saw the plane. Like, look at this. This is what's left of the plane.
No, yeah, literally it blew up.
I mean, you see the video. You saw the video of him walking away, and everyone like, "Whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck?" He doesn't.
This was Kumar.
Yeah, he does. What seat were you in? He doesn't look like
11A.
he was in that fucking firebomb. That's for sure. And he looks banged up, but like you'd expect him to not be able to walk after seeing the plane crash.
I feel like you either are or you aren't,
Crazy.
right? It's like you're like lucky to be in this like miracle seat where
Right,
you're
it's like
totally protected, right?
Yeah, it's just a crazy miracle.
That's
yeah,
insane, man.
just a miracle. For
Okay. Well, look, it's a
Fish mesh.
tragedy. There's going to be a lot of expenses from it, and it's a sad thing. But sometimes, to help give charity to maybe a family or pay for a funeral, you could send money via Cash App, because Cash App's the best way to send money.
True.
Without fees. It comes instantly. It's the best. It's secure. It's safe. Instant setup. It was incredibly easy for me to finally get started. I don't know what I was waiting for. Wes and Pat already had Cash App like geniuses, and then Cash App's like, "Hey, would you like to work with us?" And we're like, "Oh, just the best? Yeah, we'd like to work with the best." And then they're like, "Well, why don't you sign up for Cash App?" And I said, "I will." And I'm going to create one that's called Hard Factor, which is now our sponsored Cash App.
There you go.
Cool.
$sign Hard Factor.
$sign hard factor.
So it's no waiting. Money shows up right away. Someone sent us $3 after the first show and said, "Let's go."
Yeah, we want to test and see if it works. Can you guys?
Yeah, send us some money. But yeah, it's super easy to customize payments to friends. No more of this. I'll get your next round at the bar, and then they leave. Or people that don't like to pay up, and then one guy's always stuck with the bill. No, make them Cash App. Make them Cash App for your fantasy football league.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
coming up.
Or your lottery
yeah.
pool.
Yep.
Lottery
That's what I
pool is a
use.
perfect example.
Split flowers for a funeral arrangement.
Exactly. So for limited time only, new Cash App users can use our exclusive code. That's $, which should already be there, Hard Factor, to earn some additional cash. And this is no catch. This is for real. Just download Cash App and sign up. Use our exclusive referral code Hard Factor in your profile. And if you send $5 or more, but if you send $5 to a friend within 14 days, you'll get $10 back into your account. That's a net of $5, and your friend is going to get $5 too because you sent them $5. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App.
Just requesting $5 from Mark.
Yeah. There you go.
The memo is now.
Yeah.
Okay, sent.
Cool.
Personalized.
You guys notice anything about my look? Do I look comfortable,
You
stylish?
I mean, the T-shirt looks amazing.
That's
Yeah.
You look confident.
I am. Today I was. Yesterday actually, when I was taking the laundry out of the dryer, I thought to myself, yes, because my green True Classic was in there,
Oh yeah.
freshly washed, hasn't shrunk a bit, still fits me perfectly. I'll be honest with you, I got a little fatter than I'd like to be, and no T-shirt fit me right. And I got True Classic because I said there's got to be a better shirt out there. And now all my shirts are True Classics, including this one. Tremendously comfortable, very stylish. I got the V-neck, and I think I look really good. They got pants, they got polos, They're soft. They're really, really comfortable, and they fit good. They come in packs of 3, 6, or 9. These are affordable too. You're not gonna shell out a huge amount of dough to get them, and you're gonna wish you had more once you get them because they're gonna be your number one shirt in your rotation. You know what that's like. I said, you know what? Let me just take this rotation business out and get enough shirts so that every shirt in my rotation is a true classic.
I mean, the entire day's better when you pop on a nice true classic. Like if you put on a shitty shirt to start your day, bad start. Not the
old reliable. Yeah. You know, you can always count on the true classic.
All right, today's gonna kick ass. I got a true classic
ready to make you look good.
Yeah. Honestly, I was putting on other tees that were like not fitting me right, and it was really messing with my confidence, and I was starting the day in a bad mood.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I guess it's the Sam's Club now.
No, but then now I got my true classics, and I am feeling great. So if you guys want to get in on some true classic action, you can do that. It's no problem. All you have to do is go to trueclassic.com/hardfactor, and or you can go to Target, Costco, or trueclassic.com/hardfactor. They also have a Target and Costco. But you can go to trueclassic.com/hardfactor and get hooked up today. So trueclassic.com/hardfactor. Guys, there was some action that went down in Los Angeles, California on Thursday.
Always is.
There always is, yeah.
All week.
Christy Noam, remember her, the lady that killed her dog, that like was kind of like middle hot, but then got real hot with all this plastic surgery to the point where
would have been VP, but talked about killing her puppy.
Yeah, right. We're to the point where you're confused about what age she is.
Real close to that Veep seat.
Then then she wrote that book.
How old is she?
She's probably 53. She's 53. 53. Yeah, and man, I'll tell you what, Noam really. She's keeping it tight. She mixed things up. Let me get some old Noam photos up just so you can see. Whoever is doing her plastic surgery, I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest. Some people aren't into that plastic surgery look. They call it the Mar-a-Lago face. She doesn't exactly have Mar-a-Lago face, but I think she's looking good. So
let's see her.
Sandwiches.
She looks
I haven't
great.
seen many times where she's been. Yeah,
she might be the hottest 53-year-old in the world.
I mean, if I was a puppy, that wouldn't be the worst last face to see, you know.
So that's what she used to look like. Where which is totally attractive. You'd be like, gosh,
she got yeah, she was looking good before, but then she got the nose job.
She got the nose job. She's got full hair extensions. I think she got her teeth capped. She got a chin injection, I believe, and then she got her neck done. Look at her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she got the hot chick.
She got the hot chick.
She got the hot
full on hot chick.
People are asking Christy for her surgeon. Yeah, they're like,
a lot of people calling her Ice Barbie, and she was doing a little presser. She's the head of DHS, Homeland Security, right?
Right. They had a big day today too, Pat. I don't know if you saw, but keep going. The announcement of the 500,000 Cubans and Haitians and
I didn't see that. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was doing a little presser. Okay. And there was a lawmaker, a senator named Padilla from Los Angeles,
state senator,
or he's one of the 2 senators of California.
Okay.
Oh.
And he showed up at the press conference in Los Angeles to ask a question, or at least that's what he says. And this happened. He was detained like a common thug.
Senator Alex Padilla, I have questions for the secretary.
Forced out of the room.
Because the fact of the matter is,
3 guys.
half a dozen bills that you're rotating on your.
They're shoving his ass.
He's acting like a
get
maniac.
Out of that.
He's acting like a maniac.
He needs to fight out of that.
He's acting like someone who lays in the street.
He looks like a soccer player.
He's
just theater all around.
Yeah.
They're a little rough on him. This is a little rough.
I don't think these guys know the fuck.
Now they're theatering it up. Everybody's doing the theater thing.
The first part was his theater. Now they got 3 guys.
Exactly. Now it's just we're all okay. Now it's your scene. Your scene, Ice.
Oh man.
I did not know. There's no recording allowed out here.
Shut up, Senator.
No cop knows who the fuck that guy is.
Right. So
some random dude.
Yeah, I'm a senator too.
He charges in during a press conference. Yeah. Obviously, there's going to be a reaction.
Hey,
and
Senator
then it's like,
Nutbag, get in the back. Watch your head.
Yeah, and I'm Bob Hope.
Yeah.
That's what he was going for. He wanted to make a scene. He made a scene.
Well,
right?
yeah,
Like,
obviously, I guess it's a form of protest in some respects, going and asking a question. That was his goal, and he said,
but charging a press conference, you know that there's going to be like a reaction from the police and whatnot.
well, yeah, I mean, I guess
Homeland
that's where the potential issue is, right? They're saying that he lunged at her. He was like 12 to 20 feet away from her. But they also
charged into a press conference, so they're just like they're going to deal with them. The cops that are there, which there's like 10 in the room. Yeah. Like it's just how it goes.
I mean, it's never gone this way before. But so
this happens every time a nut job barges in on a press conference and demands answers, and it disrupts the press
senators
conference.
usually don't get thrown on the ground. And
That's so they don't know he's a
probably
senator.
didn't know he's a senator.
Yeah, no, I know. No, of course not. The uniqueness is that it's a senator.
It's a senator.
He happens to turn out to be the senator, but
yes.
He was. Those dudes are like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?"
He did.
Nope.
He did.
You're not getting plus-size Barbie. You're fucking dreaming, pal.
Yeah, if anyone gets to it,
the first thing he did say is, "I'm a senator," but whether you believe him or not, who knows?
I haven't heard that from everybody on the.
Oh yeah, like I know my 2 state senators.
Sit next to my senator on a plane would know him.
He said that he heard Noam was having a press conference it was in a federal building, in the same building that he was in, and he came to get more info and ask a question. He said, I was there peacefully. At one point I had a question, so I began to ask the question. I was almost immediately forcibly removed from the room. I was forced
I ran
to the
the front of the room to ask the question.
And I was handcuffed. I was not arrested. I was detained. He was detained, not arrested. The Trump administration said, and some Republican leaders blamed Padilla, saying he lunged at Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and ignored officers' orders to back away. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, suggested that he should be punished by the Senate.
That's a little much, huh?
Yeah, so I don't know. People are upset. Mostly people are upset, I guess, because...
who's upset about that?
And the X factor is, I guess, technically, if you're a member of Congress, it is your job to provide oversight. And the U.S. Democratic Congresswoman LaMonica McIver, she got indicted this week for forcibly impeding and interfering with federal law enforcement when she went to the ICE Immigration Center in New Jersey. I don't know if we didn't really cover it, but if you saw that. They charged her with assault. She's like old as fuck. But that's, it's tensions are rising, I guess is the best way to do it.
It almost was a distraction, Pat, because he was in there obviously protesting the recent LA raids. But like hours later, as this was happening, this is what got all the story because of the crazy video of him getting shoved out and cuffed and stuff. So it's all over the internet. Hours later, the DHS, Kristi Noem, sent emails to 500,000 migrants that were allowed in a poorly named Biden program called the parole program, which is not what you want to name a program after migrants from the other side's shouting about how they're all criminals.
It's the term they use, I guess, when you're...
yes, that doesn't mean they were paroled, literally.
It's a confusing term.
Bad name. Really bad name.
I don't think he came up with that
checks.
name.
They ran background checks on these people. They had sponsors. They came in a couple of years ago from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. All 500,000 of them were notified. They need to go, and if they don't, they'll go without being able to arrange going, so they might as well go now. There's a DHS did that like an hour after the pushing incident.
Right.
Yeah, they revoked the parole program.
They revoked the program. Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, that's a terrible name.
Really bad name.
As our populace gets dumber,
Parole
names
program.
Names like that really need to be...
We got to get those guys out of here.
Rethought. These damn parolees.
Does this say parole program right here?
Why are they on parole
why
for?
did they start this program?
You're paroling these guys?
Yeah.
No.
Big day for the DHS.
They're just... we're gonna go back, but we'll go back to the lighter side of immigration later. Some of the funnier points.
Okay. All right. We've been talking about big box wholesaler retailers all week, so why stop now? If you compare the two giants in the space, Costco and the clearly inferior Sam's Club, to airline seating, I came up with this. Okay. Costco executive members, first class all the way, right? Sipping champagne and watching every single person walk past them to the back of the plane.
Board first.
Yeah, we board first. Now, this next one might be controversial, but being a loyal...
and then gold stars, okay?
Well, wait, maybe, Pat.
Class?
This
is
going to be controversial, but I'm going to put you guys in business class because I'm a Costco loyalist. I would put the Costco Gold members in business
See
class.
there, Pat.
You're enjoying the finer things in life, such as the Costco membership, but just not quite there yet on your class journey. to
Okay.
splurge for the executive membership. Now, next you have the Economy Plus members. These are the Sam's Club Plus membership, which if for your delusional, you might try to compare the Costco executive membership and the Costco or the Sam's Club Plus
Sam's Platinum,
because it's $110 a year. You get some cash back, but you have to remember it's Sam's Club, which is owned by Walmart. That's all you have to remember. Okay. And then least of all, you have the Sam's Club members, back and coach, the most classless of all the wholesale shoppers out there, right? I mean, look at this. Yeah. Look at this Sam's Club card. It looks like a bus card. Yeah.
Everything about Sam's Club is usually disappointing from what I've heard.
Looks like they didn't finish it.
Yeah. It's just
I mean, like Costco executive to like Sam's Club Plus, and comparing the two stores, it's like the UFC and Bellator. I'm the champion of Bellator.
Exactly.
Comparison, right?
Yeah.
I went to Sam's Club one time to meet a client, and it was like being trapped in a world where nobody has a brain or makes good decisions. It was crazy. I took a shower as soon as I got home. I dialed 911 to report a huge cult of mentally challenged individuals pushing shopping carts around in North Austin.
Is that like a poor man's Soho house? Like they wanted you to meet them at a place where they were a member? Like that's really strange. Like meet me at Sam's Club.
Yeah, I guess so.
Show up, flex the membership. Yeah.
Anyway,
so you just step right over this homeless guy, and we get right in.
Yeah.
Check out this hot dog deal. It's actually $4 and smaller, but it's really good.
Walmart as a whole costs the government $6.2 billion in assistance and that their employees need because we pay such terrible wages, not like Costco.
That's right.
No,
it's known that it's just inferior product quality. No Kirkland. Anyway, this story is why you don't join Sam's Club at any level. I want you to meet Florida man, 70-year-old Patrick Francis Mitchell of the Villages of Piedmont in the Villages of Florida. One thing I do want you guys to notice right off the bat is the neck on Patrick.
Smoke some cigs.
It looks
fuck that neck.
Is that like the emphysema hole?
No, that's just this is how his neck goes. I think maybe he nudges it when he's nervous or something. He just kind of pokes it.
The cancer's doing the surgery for him that he's going to need.
So does it if you get a trach, right? Which can happen if you're intubated for a long period of time. Like if you go under, you can only be intubated for I think like 10 days before they have to trach you, where they have to put a permanent hole in your neck, right?
Right.
To make you breathe. Does that heal? I think a trach doesn't heal, right?
Just pop it.
Yeah, I mean it looks like he got a trach, but
I think
it's
healed.
not.
It's just like a mouth on his neck.
The hole closed.
You think maybe in a drug incident, like a stick got lodged in his throat?
Yeah, he could have fallen on a stick.
It looks more like a loose butthole.
He could have fallen. Yeah. He could have fallen on a stick trying to run from police.
Okay, a trach can heal if it's temporary. So he might have been trached at one point.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyway, Patrick is a Sam's Club level member, which allows anyone to enter that shit box for just $50 a year. And enter Patrick did. Only this Sam's Club poster boy wasn't just shopping for expired produce. He was also there to remind everyone why you should just never buy anything from Sam's Club ever, unless you want piss all over it. Okay. Because that's what Patrick did back on May 30th. According to the villages.com article, he entered Sam's Club in Lady Lake on the morning of the May 30th. And in aisle 18, on a pallet of Spam and Vienna sausages, two of Sam's Club's highest selling items, Patrick took it out and pissed all over the Spam and sausage pallets.
What was his defense? He's seen other people at Sam's Club do this?
I don't know. He wanted to hit him where it hurts,
I was just following suit.
Yeah, exactly. We got another one. Another club level member, a woman, hoping to score her weekly Spam and sausage haul, was in Sam's Club, aisle 18, and witnessed Mitchell, quote, urinating in aisle 18, according to an affidavit from the Lady Lake Police Department. The woman used her cell phone to take a photo of Mitchell, and she showed the photo to store employees who were like, why do they keep doing this? And the article states that Sam's Club employees reviewed the surveillance footage after it took them an hour to figure out how to do so, which clearly showed that Mitchell, quote, walked up to two pallets facing the shelf, placed both hands in front of him below the belt line, and stood there for several seconds, which they deduced as him peeing all over. It was behavior consistent with urination. So the managers,
very consistent.
Yeah. The managers inspected the damage to 188 units of 18 count.
This is when they reviewed the tape, right? Nobody saw him. Okay.
The woman saw him pissing, and then
Spam just smells like that, right? Or did Did something happen to this spam? It smells like piss. No, it's just.
And so the
that's how
managers
spam
go back.
smells.
They see him pee.
They see that the 888
Grab 5
units,
of them and shut up.
188 units of the 18 count Vienna sausages, a top seller, and the 345
Look how
units
drunk
of
he is. He had
8
to
count.
go.
Yeah, we're just covered in piss and needed to be thrown out. And the merchandise valued $10,500. So they got on a loudspeaker and were like, "Attention, morons!
What?
Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we have another pissing incident in the store today. This time, the spam and sausage. So no spam and
he
sausage.
might as well have just poured a handle of vodka on it.
Yeah,
because his urine was straight.
And everyone panicked. They didn't know what they were going to eat for dinner that night. So according to the article, Mitchell used his Sam's Club membership ID. He entered the store. And then he just pissed.
Scanned in for that.
He just scanned in. Oh, he actually he was going to scan out with some stuff he was actually going to buy after peeing all over the spam and Vienna sausage.
Well, have you ever been to a bathroom in Sam's Club? I mean,
no, I haven't.
Yeah, you don't want to, probably.
Yeah,
you know.
Again, they asked him why he pissed on the spam and sausage, and he said, "I wanted to hit him where it hurts the most."
Yeah. The Villages Vienna sausage aisle. Yeah, that's.
Has anyone been to the Sam's Club in Austin?
No, I just stepped in the lobby there.
I don't know if they're all designed this way, but the one
There's
in Austin,
2 of them.
The one
South.
the specs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like you go in and there's a few sections, like a freezer.
There's a
type
Costco
section.
pretty close to there. I think that's why I've never gone.
Oh, it's very close.
It's the design is odd. It's like got a few sections. Like it's got a produce section, which is very confusing, and then it's got like a frozen section or whatever. But most of the things are like in the middle, and it's not like aisled middle. It's like literally like crates. Like it looks like it's like they didn't finish unboxing everything. So like I had to ask a guy once, like, "Where's this?" He's like, "It's probably in the middle." And you just look at the middle, and it's just like disastrous.
You got to climb on top of the middle.
Yeah, it's like a loading dock.
Yeah, it's a loading dock inside of a store
that you pay a membership to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, he remains free on $3,000 bond. So just another Sam's Club member arrested for public urination. I'm guessing that's about 80% of them. But who knows? Just more big box retail news. I couldn't pass up.
Yeah,
Thanks,
of course.
Russ.
Not this week.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping us up to date.
And
all right, let's go. Yeah. I like your ranking system too. Sam's Platinum probably is economy plus, not business class.
Yeah. I think
get
so.
the gold star. How would you pay $15 less a year for the regular Sam's versus the regular Costco? That's a real.
No,
real
he said the
head-scratcher.
plus was 50.
The plus,
The
the
plus
plus
is
is 110.
Oh,
the
okay.
the club, which is the dumbest, the Sam's Club membership. I mean, that's 50.
Well, look, there's not a Costco everywhere. There's a lot of people in the Discord. That
Yeah, but to be a member of the South Austin Sam's Club, you have to be an idiot because there's.
Yes, I agree.
It is like
you want to shopping in the middle
of a Costco.
There is
Everyone's
there's
looking
a
through the
Costco
middle.
less than 5 minutes away.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And also, I was going to say that Sam's Club sometimes gives their memberships for free, and I've never seen Costco do that.
No, well, they don't need to.
They don't need to do that.
The value speaks for itself.
That's right.
Yeah, especially the executive membership. So, I mean, check it out. Guys should maybe consider it this year.
There are 600 Sam's Clubs. How many Costcos are there?
800 something.
Really?
Yeah.
How many have you been to?
905.
Costco's international. They got.
Oh, that's
they got
globally,
Costco.
right? There's 624 in the United States. So roughly around the same size. I was going to say maybe you go Sam's because Walmart's in more places, or maybe Sam's is in more places, but it doesn't seem so.
Costco is all over.
There's no rationale, Pat. There's none.
They're expanding into China like big time too, I think. Yeah. So all right, let's take it away from big box retailers back to immigration, but the lighter side of immigration. Okay, a lot of really angering, triggering content out there on the internet right now about all the immigration stuff. The ICE raids we've talked about. They're raiding the Home Depots, the farms, the kitchens. Then they got the LA protests and the looting in response. Waymo's on fire. Posters of illegal immigrant criminals on the White House lawn. It's really gotten out of control. A lot, it's really it's reached a fever pitch, I would say.
Indeed.
So let's take a look at the funnier side of immigration to close out this week, because it's not all like doom and gloom. I mean, a lot of it is, but some of it's funny. Okay. First up, you want to know how fast ICE is arresting people recently, the last few weeks?
How
Wanna know
fast?
how fast? Well, so fast that a U.S. Marshal was mistakenly detained by ICE agents in Arizona, potentially just last week. The deputy marshal was briefly detained in the lobby of a federal building in Tucson because he, quote, fit the general description of a subject being sought by ICE. So he was probably Mexican,
Right.
according to a statement
Mexican man.
from the U.S. Marshal Service spokesperson.
Right. Yeah, I'm a U.S. Marshal too. Watch your head, Marshal.
Okay,
Yeah.
Senator.
Okay, Senator Marshall.
Exactly.
Yeah. So even definitely non-white U.S. Marshals are getting caught up in all of this. So hey, if you, it's reaching everybody.
I'll have your badge too.
Yeah. Okay. A little borracho, amigo.
Got a U.S. Marshal, huh?
Yeah, it was a U.S. Marshal. Yeah, it turns out. Real U.S. Marshal, the real deal. Genuine U.S. Marshal.
This Mexican's impersonating a U.S. Marshal.
Yeah. You just added to the problems, buddy. We're going to tack that one on. Yeah. Okay, DMX. Watch your head.
Yeah, no, turns out they should have
Just
listened
arrest
to him.
everybody, yeah.
Legitimate U.S. Marshal, yeah. Another more lighthearted, unlikely deportation, but it's fun to talk about. Derek Guy. You got who? I have no idea who this dude is. This is like a fashion person.
Are you sure that's not Hugh Hefner?
No, this is like a 45-year-old Canadian man. Derek Guy, all lowercase on his Twitter profile. He's admitted to being an illegal baby immigrant from Canada online on social media, and he's not on good terms with the Trump administration. Being a fashion dude.
He's known as the menswear guy on Twitter. He's a Canadian men's fashion
guy.
industry writer and commentator.
Okay.
Right, and he's like outspoken, does not like Trump and Vance and all that stuff. So in response to him admitting that he's potentially an illegal immigrant, JD Vance and team decided to meme him. So JD Vance did the Jack Nicholson nodding meme in response to somebody telling him he could do the funniest thing of all time by deporting this dude. And then the Department of Homeland Security did the Spy Kids magnifying glasses meme onto this guy.
Jesus God.
It is like almost no chance the 45 to 46-year-old fashion weirdo will get deported, but it's pretty funny to talk about because that's a pretty hilarious. I mean, this is just an online dispute, guys. Okay,
Yeah,
it's just comedy. Okay,
yeah.
Accept the lighter side of things. It's not always.
The
Did you
memeing
see they
is
got-
crazy from
speaking of
government
YouTubers,
agencies.
What's his name? Cobby Lame. The guy.
Yeah, the biggest TikToker. That guy
He got kicked out of the U.S.
got booted
Yeah.
back to Italy. Huh?
Yeah.
Barron Trump's BFF told
Is that
on him.
true? Was that
Really?
true? I saw
well,
that was
well,
that
whether
was a
he's his
headline.
BFF, I don't know, but he is friends with Barron, and he's a TikTok creator, and he's taken full responsibility for reporting. They said it was crazy how fast it happened. I sent an email, and he's gone. Good,
The Trumps work quick.
Wow.
cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. The guy seems fine back in Italy, so he's already posting
Well, he's a billionaire.
TikToks or whatever.
Number one
so,
followed guy on TikTok. That's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing pretty good for himself. So
Yeah,
don't
he's got some
don't
dough.
saw his video of him like reuniting with his family in Italy. It looked pretty nice, honestly. So he's
Italy's
probably
nice.
We
Okay.
did him a favor.
Yeah. Thank us. Say thank you. Why don't you say thank you?
I'm sure he could just fly right back, fill out some paperwork.
You can buy the $5 million whatever citizenship.
True gold
Oh,
card.
right.
Gold card.
That's right.
It's a sales tactic for the gold card.
Yeah.
And finally, speaking of Trump and whoever got that dude kicked out, if it was Barron's friend, Donald J. Trump, he truthed this. And this is hopefully, going to lead to a more sane future, but maybe not. We'll see. He says, our great farmers and people in the hotel and leisure business have been stating that our very, very aggressive policy on immigration is taking very good longtime workers away from them, with these jobs being almost impossible to replace. In many cases, the criminals allowed into our country by the very, very stupid Biden open borders policy are applying for these jobs. This is not good. We must protect our farmers, but get the criminals out of the USA. Changes are coming.
Right.
So
just,
it's like
just say that you're only going to go for the criminals, dude. You don't have to do the whole.
It's what he ran on.
So just a long meandering.
Turns
statement.
out getting everyone out's a bad idea. It's
Yeah.
pissing off. Shouldn't he know more than anyone as a hotel owner and he has people grooming his golf courses? He's hired more illegal immigrants than anyone.
It's true.
It's a confusing truth because I think what's astonishing is that he doesn't know that his immigration policy is fucked and like you can't take out these workers, or he does know. That's my big question.
I don't think it's confusing at all. I think he had his policy of like, I'm going to ramp up the base with my insanely aggressive immigration thing, and then his billionaire buddies came to him and were like, fuck you, dude. You know what you're doing to our profit margins? And he goes, okay, I'll truth this real quick.
But then he's saying that criminals are applying for those jobs. What?
The illegals that are criminals are
taking
staying,
the good immigrants'
and the
jobs.
good illegal immigrants are going
I
home,
see.
and now new illegal immigrants are applying.
This has
for the
to
jobs that
change.
they're criminals.
This has to change.
Use your
Many
hotel
billionaires have told
lockbox.
me
Yeah.
it has to change.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
Must
now
be
it's
an
going to
idiot.
change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what changes he comes at us with.
Nothing.
Oh,
Hopefully here's an idea, Wes. Maybe they'd try to fix the immigration system. That'd be fun, but I doubt that. Tiller's got a great live chat here. He says he also got into big trouble hiring Polish workers building Trump Tower. Little known fact.
Never going in Trump Tower again.
yeah, I'm surprised that thing's still standing.
Yeah.
So the more you know. The more you know. And that's the lighter side of immigration, okay? So take that into the weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you're going to go to patreon.com/hardfactor and join our community and join us for trivia next Friday night, June 20th, 9 p.m. Eastern. Play with us, the host. It's going to be very fun. It's always fun. I don't know what number trivia this is for us. We've done a ton of them over the years. Always a blast. Also, you can get bonus podcasts on there, like the Hive Hour. That's incredible this week from Pat and Wes. And, Florida Man Friday, Let's Go, the Pat and Wes Show. Lots of great content over there. The Discord chat, patreon.com/hardfactor. But most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking weekend.
The cream of the crop!